Yo, what's happening, y'all? It's your man Valentine, baby. Coming from on the grind. You know what time it is, man. It's your home edition, man. Man, I wanted to take y'all outside, but Van City rules, man. Van City rules. You already know. Maybe tomorrow it'll be sunny. Nah, you never know. But we continue doing our home edition, man. Yeah, let me take my deep breath, man. Ooh. I know, man. Yesterday I came through and I said, I mean, has anything changed since the last time I've been up on this thing? Since the last time I've been on? I mean, has anything changed since yesterday? Anything changed since Monday? You know? Not too many things have changed, man. The more things change, the more they stay the same. I mean, the pandemic is still running rampant in the U.S. And we already know that pandemic of racism is also running rampant too. Because, man, I don't know, man. It is a hard thing to come to grips with, I think. And the more people start looking at their past, the more they get upset, and the more they get frustrated, and the more they get uncomfortable. You feel what I'm saying? And I just don't get it. You've got to look at the past to make the future brighter. You know what I mean? And the systemic racism, police brutality, socioeconomic things that's happening. I mean, people are just uneducated, man. And people need to embrace the education and the information that they're getting from the education. And this will help you to move from the past into the future. But, I mean, I don't know, man. As I said, has anything changed? Not really. Because we seen officer in Winnipeg, I think it is, taking down an indigenous man. And they showed the dude laying licks on this dude. He must have punched him like 6, 7, 8 times. And the dude yells out, "Dude, you're hurting me." You feel what I'm saying? But yet, I don't know where it's in the police regulations that you have to be punching the dude 8, 9 times before, and he's already on his face. So I don't get it, man. And then, has things changed? You need to look at that, right? No, it hasn't. Then, in Nova Scotia, I seen this one with this woman. This black woman has a stroller. She's in Walmart. And I guess she was putting stuff in her stroller because her hands were full. So she puts the stuff in the stroller, and I guess either somebody must have saw it. And they called the police. Walmart called the police on this woman. And next thing you know, this thing goes from 0 to 100 with the police grabbing this woman by around her neck and the other one, and they take her to the ground. I'm like, what? How is this possible? And why are they taking it to the ground like that? When all they had to do is it's all about de-escalation now, right? You trying to de-escalate that situation. And there was no de-escalating going on, because if there was, you would ask her, what is happening? You know what, ma'am, we're called here because Walmart called us because they said you were stealing something. And I guarantee that this woman would have explained to him that she had to put the stuff in her stroller because her hands were full. And she wanted to not have the stuff in the stroller so she can do more. Right? And if that wasn't the case, then you take her out the store and you arrest her for stealing. You don't have to sit there and take her down in front of her children. That part there is messed up. I mean, come on, man. Where's my man? I think it's Mr. Arsenault. That's the retired officer that's doing this new technique, the new police judo technique of how to take people down instead of the police brutality. I mean, when is he going to start showing techniques to everybody in Canada, all the police in Canada? You know what I mean? I mean, what the heck, man? Come on now. Has things changed? Has anybody embraced education? Not really. Because I know this happened to me in Safeway, man. Somebody, because my hands were full and I was putting stuff in, I put the bag in my pocket, I think, and next thing I know, they had the police up in there, man, security and everybody. And I was like, hey, look, the reason I had to explain to them, I'm glad it didn't get to the point where I got taken down. You see what I'm saying? I was explaining myself. I had to make sure that I explained myself to these cats, or else I know that would have went from 0 to 100. So, and then, you know, I mean, has things changed, man? Look at these knuckleheads who was in California. These fools are painting over the Black Lives Matter mural that was commissioned to be painted. You feel what I'm saying? They gonna paint it over with black paint. This is how dumb and uneducated these fools are, right? They painting it over with black paint and painting over the letters. So guess what they still spell it? It still spells Black Lives Matter. And then the knucklehead, he came up with, you know what? Slavery ended when Emancipation Proclamation got signed. And if he would remember that 2 years after that, Juneteenth happened on the 19th, where slaves in Tulsa were told. So, and slavery just didn't end after Emancipation Proclamation. They still had, slave owners still had slaves. So there's another thing that this fool needs to go get educated before he come out and start saying stuff. You know what I mean? See, uneducated fools, man, not embracing education. You need to embrace your education so your information, so it doesn't disturb your pleasure. You know what I mean? So, man. Has things changed, yo? Not really. None yet. I mean, I guess we could say this is progress, because in Montreal, I know they going ahead and banning, guess what? Stop and frisk, or stop and search. Nova Scotia banned it, Toronto's banned it. So I'm wondering why BC hasn't banned it, or Van City hasn't banned it. I don't understand. You know what I mean? So this needs to get banned. You feel me? So yeah, it's gonna get banned. However, now, does the stop and frisk, does it include where you're in your car? Because I don't believe that if you're in your car, that stop and frisk is included in the stop and frisk ban, because I don't believe so. They should include that, because I see this is why I don't think the stop and frisk goes far enough, yo. This is what has to happen. You need to make it. You need to make it a law where it excludes or includes everything, man. You feel what I'm saying? This is how things will get done and be done properly, where I don't have to sit there and be talking about, oh, can I, the color of my skin is going to be a problem when I'm in my car. You know what I mean? It's like I said, these fools who are painting over Black Lives Matter. I mean, what are they going to get? Are they going to get jail time, or are they going to get a fine? You know, they probably just going to get a fine. But yet, every time I got to be explaining why Black Lives Matter. I shouldn't have to explain the color of my skin. It's a joke. I shouldn't have to do that. I mean, these fools in Winnipeg attacking Black Lives Matter protesters or marchers with hockey sticks. You see what I'm saying? We have to be explaining why Black Lives Matter. Fools like this don't deserve to be, they need to go to jail. I don't have to always be saying, you know what? Black Lives Matter. We know it does. My goodness, man. Listen, I was born with this skin. I can't change it. So I shouldn't have to defend it all the time. So people, you need to stop letting, we should have to stop defending the color of our skin. I shouldn't have to do that. And all you people who are just don't understand, and you can't embrace the education in order to move past your past. Y'all need to get some help. Man, I don't understand, yo. All the time, man. You always just having to explain the reason why we black. You need to understand that we were born with the skin. The skin is never leaving. We can never rub it off. You know? I don't know, man. Maybe tomorrow, I'm going to give you a good example. I'm going to give you the example right now, but you can think about this. Think about this example. What if we were to change it around and black people were the slave traders, taking people from their homeland and bringing them to America? You've always wanted to be in a black person's shoes. So, I mean, you can think about that. Let that marinate a little bit and see if it would take 400 years for us to get past what it would be, what it is right now, that people can't get over. So you think about that. Marinate on that for tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because, man, I ain't, you know what, I can't even go no more. It's exhausting coming in front of the camera every single day and always having to defend the color of my skin. It's a joke. Get yourself educated, people. And remember that there is a pandemic still going on. That's killing people. Like the systemic racism, this pandemic has been killing black folks and indigenous people for a long time. So you people got to start wearing your mask, social distance, hand sanitize. You know what I mean? The mask does not make you weak. It makes you strong, and it makes you smart. So make sure y'all stay safe and wear your mask. You feel what I'm saying? I'm your man Valentine, baby. If you think it's your time to shine, you need to get on your grind with your man Valentine.